So I rewrote 1 over x as x to the minus 1, and I rewrote the square root of x as x to the 1/2. Now you've got the product of two things. Now it would be easy enough, by the way, just to use the properties of exponents and write it as x to the negative 1/2, because that's what the bases are the same, you add the exponents. But that's not where we are. We're using product rule. So f prime of x is the derivative of the first times the second plus the first times the derivative of the second derivative of x to the minus 1 is what? Minus 1 x to the minus 2 times x to the 1/2 plus x to the minus 1 times, what's the derivative of x to the 1/2? Now, this is where your factoring worksheet's going to come into play. It's got a greatest common factor of x to the negative 1/2 that you can actually simplify and bring out. And a greatest common factor of x to the negative 2 that you can bring out. I'm sorry. But if I didn't have the x to the minus 1, it's got a greatest common factor of x to the negative 1/2. So you can actually simplify this. If you didn't have that, it's got a greatest common factor of x to the minus 2. You always factor out the smallest powers. Between negative 1 and negative 2, it's negative 2. That's where we're headed, by the way.